CenturyLink Field in Seattle, Washington. It's Week 9 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks taking on Ryan Tannehill and the Tennessee Titans.
The city of Seattle, known for coffee, grunge music, and, of course, rain. And we're definitely going to get a heavy dose of the last of those three here tonight as you look inside a wet and wild CenturyLink Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tennessee Titans and the Seattle Seahawks. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at this Seahawks team as they get ready here. They, too, come in off the bye, so we should have two teams that are eager to get back at it.
And players are creatures of habit. You can bet they enjoyed the time off, but you know they're also ready to get right back into the swing of things.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Titans, things haven't gone exactly according to plan to this point, but boy, you and I down there with them before the game, they were fired up.
And they understand how important this game is. Win this one, they can start to think about a turnaround.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. Here come the Seahawks. Time for that offense and quarterback Russell Wilson to go to work.
And you've got to think that they've got to be feeling pretty fresh. You know, coming off of the open week, didn't have to play, right? Gives them a chance to rest up a little bit, heal some of those aches and pains, and excited about playing again. That really rekindles things a little bit. I want to see how they come out and establish themselves here early.
And that bye week coming right where they want it in the middle of the schedule. And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
A gain of 5.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
That's a gain of 4.
On third down. Carson fights through one man, and he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Wilson. And he finds the tight end, Reed. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
At the 38-yard line.
From the gun, it's Wilson. That's complete. It's Carson out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
On first down, Wilson. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down.
Complete to Chris.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
2nd and 5.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson.
34-yard line.
And it's incomplete.
Pass.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
3rd and 5.
Wilson will throw again. Open man is Gordon, complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 10 yards and a Seattle first down. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on third down. They did. Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
Chris Carson on
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
23-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's second.
From the shotgun, Wilson got Gordon open, completes it. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
Now it's Carson, and he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs. And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up. Big Sheldon Rankins there to bring him down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Operating from the gun. Wilson. His pass caught at the 4. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Now Wilson. 4th down now as the Titans defense holds up in coverage. And that one off the mark, a little late with a throw.
A 21-yard attempt.
Myers' kick is good. And the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, it kind of feels like a win for the defense. And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board. Here comes the Tennessee offense, and you see Ryan Tannehill leading them out. And you've got to think that they've got to be feeling pretty fresh. You know, coming off of the open week, didn't have to play, right? Gives them a chance to rest up a little bit, heal some of those aches and pains, and excited about playing again. That really rekindles things a little bit. I want to see how they come out and establish themselves here early. And that bye week coming right where they want it, in the middle of the schedule. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Out of the gun, Tannehill. That's caught. It's Robert Tonyan, the tight end. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 12 yards there and a first down. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at their 48-yard line.
Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2. With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage. Tannehill. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard. Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down. Running jet sweep here, Humphreys. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6.
On the pickup. 2nd and 6.
from the gun. Here's Tannehill. Got a man. It's Tanyan complete. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter is a good running back dive play.
Just what Seattle was hoping for. The coverage holds, and now 4th down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
That ties the game at 3-3.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize.
Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
They'll take over.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
The Titans coming back onto the field for their second drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distance. Starting to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. After the interception, here's Tannehill. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
Tannehill's pass.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Second quarter now, Titans in possession of the football as they've got it with a 2nd down and 2 coming up. They'll run the jet sweep with Brown. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I like the look that they just showed there. When you come out in a passing formation, spread things out a little bit, makes it really hard to cover the middle of the field, doesn't it? Because you got to go out to the perimeter and cover those guys.
Yep, exactly. Got some good blocking, too. Helped him pick up the 1st. The kicker fest so far, all points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. That's complete right around the 8. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 4-yard line.
Derrick Henry. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans.
Touchdown.
Derrick Henry. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Titans have taken the lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
The try here for the extra point. And it is up.
The kick is good.
And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now. So that drive, 4 plays. And Derrick Henry able to finish it off with a touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken in at the 3. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give him a chance.
Maybe play action.
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
32-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson able to get this to Gordon. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 12 yards there and a 1st down. Here's Wilson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Wilson. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
Wilson to the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Now Wilson. They'll run the screen with Carson. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
From the end zone, Tannehill. This one complete to Tanyan underneath. And he will double the space they have to work with as they take it from the 2 to the 4. That catch good for only a couple.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 4-yard line.
On 2nd down, it's Henry. And he stopped immediately there. The Titans on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now.
Gain of 4 yards. It's now 4th down.
Here's Brett Kern now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And a fair catch called for and taken right on the midfield stripe. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Wilson, 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 46.
From the gun, Wilson. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Wilson to Metcalf that time, 1st down, Seattle. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 now, Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Gain of 5 brings up 3rd and 5.
To throw again is Wilson. And he's got Lockett. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Our 2-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. A pass underneath for Carson. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
Good route, good pickup for 1st down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot, and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first.
End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. That's why you've got your star out there. Throw the ball to him. They did.
That's simply saying we don't care what coverage you put out there. He's so good. We're going there with the football anyway, and there's not a thing you can do about it.
Inside the red zone, they go to him. He gets it done. Jason Myers now for the extra point. Put it through, and that evens us up at 10 apiece. So that drive goes 8 plays, and the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Titans offense now, they get set to head back out here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 20-yard line.
Now Tannehill. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
It's 3rd down and 9 yards.
They go draw play to McKinnon. And he'll be stopped here well short of the 1st down at the 24-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Here's Brett Kern now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
Now Wilson on 1st down. He'll check that down to Carson. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. This a 2nd and 7 from the 37. From the gun, it's Wilson. He'll find Metcalf. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. And he finds the tight end, Reed.
Wilson's pass complete.
So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. So we have reached halftime here in a good one. 10-10 is our score. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll get our tour started out at Venerable Soldier Field in Chicago, where it was the Bears who pick up the victory at home. David Montgomery, 2 touchdown runs to lead the way. Next, we'll head over to check on the Giants at home at MetLife Stadium. And it was the visiting Atlanta Falcons who come in and get the victory. 20-17, your final. And then lastly, we wrap up the week with a good one on Monday Night Football between the New England Patriots and the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been as tight as we expected, all tied through 1 half of play. For the call of the 2nd half, let's get it back to Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the 2nd half. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. To throw is Tannehill. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
Gain of 10 brings up 3rd and inches.
Here's Tannehill. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
9 yards.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
On first down, it's Tannehill. This one complete to Tanyan underneath. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see
pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawks defense. The sack by Harold Landry, the former Boston College Eagle. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
So 3rd and long after the sack. Tough task for Tannehill and the Titans. Now we've got movement up front. I think this is going to be on the Titans. So a false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. Here's Tannehill. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Carlos Dunlap, the Florida Gator, chopping his way to the quarterback. Well, they went with the nickel. They throw in an extra defensive back. Coverage was very good.
Yeah, it was exactly as you would expect. A passing down. You bring in the nickel package. Just as you described, the coverage was excellent and allowed one of their linemen to end up getting to the quarterback.
Here's Brett Kern now as he's on to punt for Tennessee. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35. A 40-yard punt, no return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the second half. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Carson. They'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup.
Here's Wilson. Throw left side is complete to Reed. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius. Understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball. And puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. From the shotgun, Wilson firing quickly here, and that's complete.
Wilson's pass.
7 yards, the pickup there. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent gain.
No gain on the play. Makes it 3rd and 2.
On 3rd down, Carson. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Defensively, they rally the troops to force 4th down after that 7-yard pickup back on 1st.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And for the 2nd time tonight, his field goal unit comes out here. He was true on his first. This a tough one from 49 yards away. And it is good. Oh, that one looked to be in trouble the whole way, but it does get over the bar. And the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow.
Either
not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
It was Jaron Reed who got him down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And trying for Humphreys, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Darquez Denard. And the return will stop right around the 25.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
They'll run on first down. It's Carson. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
The tackle made at the 24-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. Flushed out right. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
They run it with Carson. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line.
That's good.
A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. He'll go over the middle to Reed, complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson, and he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Jordan Reed, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it all culminates with a Seattle score. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. 16 yards, a first down.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw, Tannehill. Henry's got it, out on the left side. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Tannehill. And the Seahawks defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Harold Landry able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. So 3rd and long after the sack. Tough task for Tannehill and the Titans. Out of the gun, Tannehill. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. A 3rd down, he tried to stay in bounds, did all he could. He caught it, but was led a little bit too far.
Yeah, and that's always difficult, isn't it? Because you know half of your body is trying to stay behind while the other half is reaching out, trying to catch the football. The top half worked. It was the bottom half that was in question.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 24. Here's a handoff to Carson to begin the drive. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
On the carry.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Operating from the gun. Wilson. Over the middle. That's caught by Metcalf. And they're able to get this one across the 30.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, Wilson. Got Gordon open, completes it. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. A quick target here, complete to Metcalf. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
At the 44.
Now an option play on 2nd down. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. The Seahawks on 3rd down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a two-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at the 20. Out of the gun, he'll throw. Man open left side is Brown. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Gets it to Smith-Schuster on the jet sweep. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
And it's 3rd down.
A shotgun snap for Tannehill. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. If you got to find that good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
Tyler Lockett was the target there. That'll bring up 2nd down. Throwing again. Wilson. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll be pulled down, and now a late flag will come with it. And that's in the area of a face mask, I think. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
So the face mask moves him closer, and now 1st and goal. Wilson now, operating from the gun. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Operating from the gun. Wilson. This will be caught at about the 6. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
For Tyler Lockett, incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And Myers able to knock it through, and that will extend their lead even further.
23, Titans 10.
So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8 up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Tannehill now to throw. Screen play, McKinnon. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down.
First down, Tennessee.
Now it's Tannehill. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Harold Landry, his 2nd sack of the night.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
So 3rd and long after the sack. Tough task for Tannehill and the Titans. Here's Tannehill. It's brought in by Adam Humphries. And he'll go out of bounds, it appears, right at the 45. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. On 4th down, Tannehill. And no, it's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. So now with a little over 2 minutes to play, the road back gets very difficult.
Difficult, but still not impossible if they go ahead and play this thing out. Now the defense has to come up big. They've got to go for the strip of the football on each and every snap to try and give themselves a chance.
On 1st down, Carson. On the tackle, it was Dane Cruikshank. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here.
2nd and 9.
So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop them here. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. Able to power through. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one. Hasn't had his best game running the football here tonight. But, hey, that's a critical spot right there to convert on 3rd down, and he did it.
And the lights are shining just a little bit brighter right now, aren't they? You remember the beginning of the game? If he gets this 1st down, everybody's happy. That's cool. But here, that was critical, and it really energizes them.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. This is Carson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. And they take a knee. 2nd and 11 now. Here's Carson. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a gain of 14 there, and that should be enough to get them home free. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and mini camps. For these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. The Seahawks in victory formation as they go ahead and take the knee.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road. but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
So the victory here for Seattle, and it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second-half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Seahawks, they'll finish the first half of the schedule even at 4-4. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for Tennessee, they fall 2 games under 500 now at 3-5. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Houston Texans.